Welcome back. Well, let's bring you an update of the Imo State local government elections. The state governor, Rohr, has commended the State Electoral Commission for a job well done, describing voter turnout as encouraging. As reported earlier, as early as 8 a.m., officials of the Imo State Independent Electoral Commission departed their office in Owerri for all the polling booths spread across all the 27 local government areas of the state.
The turnout is great. So this is to show that people are really excited to see their new chairman and their new councillor emerge. But what is interesting in this election is that Imo State has a total of 645 ISEC wards. Every community now is a ward. We'll do so to strengthen the Community Government Council of Imo State, bringing government closer to the grassroots at the community level. And this shows that every community is well represented at the government of the day. So this is the first time we're having this number of councillors coming up under the local government election.
So it's raining Kayode in the studio tonight. Here's Kayode Alayode with the sports news.
Thank you, Millicent. Glad to be here. Champions Manchester City have dropped their first points of the season after being held to a 1-1 draw away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Bournemouth came back from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 with Everton, with both sides maintaining their unbeaten starts to the season despite being reduced to 10 men. Unai Emery registered his first win as Arsenal boss as the Gunners came from behind to beat London rivals West Ham United 3-1. Harry Maguire scored a stoppage time winner as Leicester City came from behind to earn manager Claude Puel consecutive victories at former club Southampton in the last game of the day. Liverpool beat Brighton 1-0 courtesy of Mo Salah's 23rd minute goal. Meanwhile, head coach Rohr has revealed that the Super Eagles may face Saudi Arabia in an international friendly on September the 11th. The German, who announced his 24-man squad for next month's 2019 African Cup of Nations qualifier against Seychelles, made this known in a media conference in Lagos. He said the friendly will give him the opportunity to assess new players in the team.
Seychelles. We started with a loss against South Africa. It was in June last year, and now we have to win. So after this match, there will be, I hope so, a second match friendly. We are checking in the moment with the Federation if we can accept the invitation of Saudi Arabia to play there on the 11th of September. Why? Because we want to see now a few new players, young players, and to give them the opportunity to play. When you have only one match, you can see 14 players maximum, and I want to see everybody if it's possible.
And away from football, Lewis Hamilton has brilliantly mastered the wet conditions again to beat title rival Sebastian Vettel to pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix. A rain shower as the cars began to prepare the first flying laps in the top 10 shootout caused havoc, but Hamilton came out on top by 0.726 seconds with his final lap. The forced Indias of Esteban Ocon and Sergio Perez locked out the second row after timing the conditions right, just days after the team were rescued from going out of business. Red Bull and Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen lost out in the pits at the key moment. Meanwhile, Nigeria will face Tanzania in the semi-final of the ICC Cricket Under-19 World Cup qualifier. Nigeria finished top of Group B after beating Ghana, Mozambique and Lesotho. Peter Oha emerged top performer for Nigeria with 5 wickets for 3 runs in 2.4 overs. Tanzania placed second in Group A despite edging out Botswana. Victory for Nigeria will guarantee their qualification for the World Cup billed to hold in South Africa in 2020. And that's all on sports news. Millicent is back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Thank you, Kayode. Zimbabwe's main opposition leader, Nelson Chamisa, has rejected a court ruling that confirms President Emmerson Mnangagwa as the winner of the July 30 presidential vote. Well, the Constitutional Court dismissed Mr. Chamisa's challenge on Friday, saying he had failed to prove his allegations of vote fraud. Last month's election, the first since Robert Mugabe was removed as president in a November coup, was expected to pull Zimbabwe out of its diplomatic isolation and international sanctions and prompt an economic recovery. But the vote has left the nation polarized, with violence flaring on the streets of Harare. Pope Francis says he is ashamed of the Catholic Church's failure to adequately address the repellent crimes of sex abuse by clergy. The Pope was addressing political leaders and diplomats at Dublin Castle during the first papal visit to the Republic of Ireland in 40 years. He is expected to meet victims of clerical sex abuse later. The visit coincides with the World Meeting of Families, a global Catholic gathering held every 3 years. His visit will end with a mass for 500,000 people at Phoenix Park on Sunday. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today vowed to remain a worthy commander-in-chief, just as he ordered troops to deal ruthlessly against armed bandits terrorizing communities in Kaduna, Zamfara, and parts of Katsina State. The president addressed the troops at the Katsina airport before he returned to Abuja after spending the Eid-el-Kabir holidays in his hometown, Daura. Also today, the theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Abba Diko, read the riot act to soldiers under his command and said that disciplinary action awaits the 30 soldiers who protested against their posting at the Maiduguri airport. And that's news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching. I'm Millicent Walker. Have a good night.